It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. I was just joking about the cookies, really. Our conversation with Kelly Fox this morning, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Actually, ICTC Culinary is providing some cookies for the big event tomorrow, huh?
They are. We like to feed those that come and present to our students, right? So we have more than 65 presenters tomorrow, probably over 70 by the time everybody gets there. And so those are our post-secondary schools like IUP, Slippery Rock that you just mentioned, and many others to come and share post-secondary opportunities with our junior and senior students across the county.
Yeah.
And so those folks will have ICTC cookies. So I told you, Todd, if there's any left over, I'll be sure to drop them by to you.
But this is the 41st year for this?
It is the 41st year.
Wow.
Indiana County counselors have always thought that it was important to do the college and career fair for their students. And so we've arranged transportation. Each of the sending schools do that, of course. And then they have sign-ups ahead of time. They work with their students ahead of time so that they can have those conversations across the presentation tables with the post-secondary reps about those options after high school.
And traditionally, this has been at the Field House, but now KCAC.
Right. Want to put a big shout out there to IUP. They've always hosted us at the Field House, but they've decided they're not going to host events like that anymore at the Field House. So they moved us this year to the KCAC.
Yeah.
And so we have much larger space, and we'll be entering off of Pratt Drive. So if anybody plans to come to the career fair, because it is open to the community as well. So that's one reason that I'm taking the time to be here with you this morning. Just want to let people know that we have colleges there with admission reps from a variety of venues, and folks are able to stop by. And we have to remember, too, that not all students attend a high school in Indiana County. So we have a large homeschooling faction. And then we also have private cyber students, and even cyber students through the sending school. Obviously, they would have had a message, but they might have missed it. Yeah. So we just want to make sure everyone's aware that this career fair is happening, and if this is information that you need to help plan your future, it's available.
And also, you said general public, so somebody who has been in the workforce for a lot of years and decides, maybe I want to try something different, they could come too?
Absolutely. We do have a registration table, so there'll be a group of counselors that, we'll just kind of check people in at that table, and then the event is in the arena.
Wonderful. Okay. So
and it's 9 to noon. We should say the time, right? So 9 to noon tomorrow at the KCAC.
Okay. Wonderful. So you mentioned there will be colleges there.
Right.
Universities such as IUP, Slippery Rock, the big boys too, the big Pittsburgh schools.
That's right.
We can think of all of those.
Yeah.
They'll be there.
Community colleges.
What are some of the other institutions or maybe even non-educational type of entities that'll be there?
Yeah, so we have the military represented as well. I know for sure that the Army will be there, and usually if the Army's coming, so does the Marines and the Navy. So we should have good military representation. And then I'll put a shout out to the ICTC Adult Ed program because they will have a table there. So if you want to learn about practical nursing, which is definitely available to students beyond high school, that is available as well as any of our other adult programs, because we do offer intergen programs. As you know, we have some high school students attending with we have some adults attending with our high school students during the day, and we have some evening programs available through adult education as well.
The event happening tomorrow at the KCAC, 9 to noon. Now, we think of events such as this as being, okay, here's my booth and here's your booth and all the booths that people can stop at. Are there seminar-type events, speaking-type events as well?
There is not. No, There's really not time for that, the way we schedule the students to come in and out and with the transportation. So we just give our students enough time to go around and see those representatives that they're most interested in. And they've been given a list ahead of time to know who's there, so then they know who to look for once they enter the arena.
Yeah. And I would guess in what is a very competitive market right now that the schools, they have people there that really want to talk to and explain what it is that they offer and put themselves in the best light.
They do. Again, 41 years of doing this. the way we do this comes a lot from the feedback we receive each year from those representatives. This is an event that is not new to them because they travel around to different regions and areas at different career fairs all year long to share their information. And so they're always able to give us pointers on what to include in our career fair and how to make it better every year. So we listen to them because they're out there and this is their gig. They know how to do it. And this year, for the first time, we're excited to say that we're a Strive Scan fair. So we've done some things electronically up front to allow our students to register, so our students don't have to spend a lot of time filling out the information cards to get connected to these universities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's now all just very electronic, and with the scan of a phone, they're going to be able to exchange information rather quickly, and that will allow students to have the time to talk to even more representatives tomorrow than typical.
A part of what any college recruiter has to do these days is assuring and opening up opportunities for people for financing and financial aid. That has to be a part of every discussion, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And actually, IUP does a nice job of that because they're the host location. They bring folks from their financial aid department, and they have a separate table just to talk about financial aid. So that's very nice on IUP's part to be able to do that. And Nicole Carrera, give her a shout out from the admissions department. She does a great job working with us to make this event possible. And she organizes that with the financial aid folks as well.
You mentioned a couple of moments ago that you are with the organization of guidance counselors across Indiana County. And you get the privilege of being the leader of that organization this year.
Well, we all play a part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all play our equal part, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah. I just get to be on the radio with you.
There you go. There you go. Well, tell me about the organization itself. How often do you meet? What are some of the things that you get into in terms of discussion?
Yeah, this is the one event that kicks off the year, really, that we all come together. We plan. We have a planning meeting for this. We host the career fair. We try to get together about once a month, but definitely probably 2 times a semester at the least. And anywhere from planning things like this to the end of the year, we host a scholarship luncheon. The proceeds from this, because there is a registration fee for the post-secondary reps, but we take that money and we give it all back to the students. So the students throughout Indiana County each get a scholarship and a gift and a free lunch because of the career fair. So this is a very important event to us because it keeps us going from beginning of the year to the end of the year, and the only people that really benefit are the students. So that's very nice for them.
The structure of tomorrow's event interests me as well. Do they all arrive at 9 o'clock? You get a big rush?
No.
at 9 o'clock?
There's a schedule.
You rotate them through.
We do, yeah. Yeah, we put, that's why we meet and plan. Everybody picks a time, and then we take into consideration the size of the groups that each school is bringing so that we don't overload the representatives all at one time. So we've tried to space that out between 9 and noon. I was speaking to a homeschool group yesterday, and I suggested to them that if they'd like to come between 10:30 and noon, that's a little bit less crowded than the 9 to 10:30 time. But, we are there from 9 to noon with the representatives and with our students coming in. So any time is good, but I definitely know that 10:30 to noon time is a little lighter.
Yeah. Now, for folks out of the general public, do they need to register ahead of time?
No, they don't. They could walk in, and they just need to stop at the registration table and let us know that they're there. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, because we're keeping track, of course, of all the post-secondary reps, and then we check in all the schools as they arrive. We have news story students coming. We put out the invitation to Seeds of Faith. So we try to reach all entities throughout the county so that they have this option.
Yeah. All right. So that's a lot of information, but a lot of very, very helpful information. There are students in Indiana County who attend other county school districts, for instance, West Shamokin, Punxsutawney, Apollo Ridge. Do those students have the opportunity to come to this one as well? We
put out the invitation to everybody, yes. And some took it, and some years some take it. And this year we didn't get a lot of outsiders coming in, but we do always put that invitation out, and we make them aware that it's happening. Yeah.
All right.
It just depends if it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's
happening. Always the first Tuesday of October, though.
Oh, yeah?
Always the first Tuesday.
So I should get next year's book and mark you in?
Absolutely. Yeah, because that'll be the 42nd year, right?
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. All right, so it's happening tomorrow from 9 until noon at the KCAC.
It is.
Kelly, thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
Didn't know this event even existed, and here it's
Oh,
been
it's
around for 40-some years.
Almost as long as you.
Almost. Almost, right there.
Almost.
In fact, it's been exactly the same. All right, there you go.
That you've been here?
Yes,
Oh, my goodness. Let's celebrate that. That is a wonderful milestone.
there you go. All right, thanks, Kelly.
Okay. Thank you, Todd.
It's the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. 23 and a half after 8 o'clock, and Boomer Sports on the way.